Hi, how are you doing? Today you're joining the Bad Ass Chingonas. That be us. That's Cynthia Ruiz, Lorraine Martinez Cook, and myself, Jennie Estrada. Okay? But we are also the compassionate Chingonas. So the Bad Ass Chingonas is one of those names that you use. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, today's episode is about why the hell you should vote. And let me tell you, not just chingonas, but the chingones también. We all have to vote. And every 4 years they go, this is very important. That, yeah, those were important, but this is truly, truly important because this is for women. And for some reason, some assholes want to take away our rights for our bodies. I don't ever see women saying, we're going to take the rights away from men. I mean, I haven't heard that yet. I bet you if they wanted to chop something off that was theirs, they'd get their panties all in a knot. So what we want you to do is vote. It's not just for us right now. We're voting for generations to come. Listen, little girls, we've held you on our shoulders long enough. You get your little butts out there and you go vote because it's very, very important. Let me see. I was going to say something else. Make no mistake. If you do not vote, don't be crying in 5 years about something that's happened to you or hasn't happened to you, because in this is in your hands, not just California, because we know how California is. We're blue. I'm talking about all those little chingonas from California all the way to the other side of the ocean and up in Alaska. Did you hear me, Sarah? Cabrona? So, anyways, I'm going to turn this over to my two little sisters because I'm the old one. I'm first going to turn it over to Lorraine Martinez Cook, and then she's going to shift it over to Cynthia. And then I hope somebody sends it back to me so I can close this out. But before I go there, last week we said we were going to watch 45 Get Shredded. Honey, he got an ass whooping. He didn't even get shredded. He got an ass whooping. So I don't think he'll be able to sit down for a while. Okay, Mija, it's going over to Lorraine, and she's up in Tahoe.
Yeah, I'm eager to
Oh,
tell you why we need to vote. I thought about it, all week because I had time to think about it. And I felt that voting is the most direct impact that we have to our future. So let me say that again. Voting is the most direct impact that we have to our future. When, we looked at the electoral college and its origins uh, of how it works, it's our vote. It's our vote that directs us into what we want for our country. And so then I thought about, well, we all have a responsibility to coexist in this country. We have to live with each other. We call ourselves Americans. We have a responsibility to each other, whether they're strangers or whether we're Americans. And it's such a privilege to be able to participate in this democracy. There are no spectators. There's just participation. You must participate in order to be called American. It's simple. I also thought about the big divide. Like, what is it that divides us? That, I can't understand why people would vote for a felon. I mean, it's crystal clear to me that why people would vote for Kamala. And that divide that I understand is that there are people who care about others, whether they're strangers or not, And people who don't care for others outside of their family or their inner circle, they just don't care. I happen to be a person who cares about whether children are fed in school lunches, whether they're in my state or not. I happen to care about seniors that get sheltered, whether I know them or not. I care about children being educated. And if my taxes pay for that, fine, call me whatever you want, socialist, whatever you want. But I'm on the side that cares for others, whether they're strangers or not. It's just where I stand. And that's why I feel that my participation in this democracy is vote. That's the direct impact that you have to our future. And I will toss toss it over to Cynthia.
Well, thank you so much. And for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my professor hat on. So I've been teaching leadership for many, many years. And I believe that leadership matters. When you look at the president of the United States, that's our leader. And after seeing that debate, it's like, to me, I don't want a leader that's a liar, cheater, felon, because if that's the type of leader that we elect, then guess what? What are we teaching everybody in the country? That it's okay to lie, because that's the leadership, and leadership matters. And for me, this is personal. I have a personal responsibility because many of you know I'm excited. I'm going to be a grandmother soon. And so in our Cherokee beliefs, we are taught when leaders make decisions, remember 7 generations in the past, which are our ancestors, and consider 7 generations in the future. And when I'm thinking about the future, I want this country to be a country of humanity, of love, of compassion, and really everybody caring about each other. So if that's the world that I want to see, if we need to create it, and we create it at the top with leadership. And that's why it's so important for me to take a stand, and really, I am going to support leadership that cares about everyone, that's not just selfish, leadership that tells the truth. And I think we're in this country, it's long overdue to have a woman leader, because the guys, and we've had some good presidents, don't get me wrong. I'm a Barack Obama fan, and we've had some good leaders. But right now, at this time in history, we need to come together to use our voices to vote. And really, for us, we need to make a plan. We need to encourage our friends to make a plan, because we're all in this together. I'm proud to be an American, even though we've had some shady past with Native Americans. But you know what? At the end of the day, people fought for us women to have the right to vote, and we have a responsibility to all of us and future generations to make sure that we're using our voices. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to my sister Weeping Willow.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Lorraine. As I said before, we are three very different women with one set of morals and beliefs. I'm so proud to sit with you ladies here. And once again, we send this message out not only to the women, but to the men, because you have daughters, you have wives, you have girlfriends. Remember, once they start taking away our rights as humans, what's left? There's nothing left. So please go out and vote. And I said before, I don't care who you vote for, but I really do. I'm blue.
Yeah,
We're blue. We're starting from the Pacific coast to the East Coast, and we have been sending a tsunami. And our blue waves are going over the red states, and we want to make them purple. They don't have to be red. or blue? Can't they just be purple? Can't we all get along? Didn't somebody say that?